Welcome! I'm Vine, and who thought that after all the factions I would just end this series? I hope none of you did, as today I have for you a short rant about Might and Magic 7 and its lore connections with Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I've come up with this topic after one of your comments made me remember that a significant part of the fandom don't even know that Heroes 3 has lore beside campaigns. So, let me drop a nuke on you that all Heroes of Might and Magic series from New World Computing is just a spin-off of the Might and Magic, a series of blobber RPGs that provide most of this universe's world building. For the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 specifically, the RPG that is directly connected to it is the Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor, which takes place between the Restoration of Erathia and Armageddon's Blade campaigns from the Heroes. As for the gameplay itself, I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. It is an RPG where instead of one character, we make a group of 4 heroes and murder hobo our way across the main quest chain. That's why it's called a blobber, because we get a blob of characters and enemies to kill. Might and Magic 7 differs from other ones from its genre in that it does not focus solely on dungeon conquests, but also on world exploration, both narratively and quite literally with overworld maps. And that's it, as today we are gonna focus on narrative parts. But if you want to learn more about the game itself, I'm linking 2 videos on Might and Magic 7 by Seth Zintach, as he did 2 masterpiece reviews of the game, which quality I can only dream replicating. I'm gonna put them in the cards, video description, and shamelessly add them to my Might and Magic playlist after this video. I hope you're gonna like them as much as I. So, to start with the lore connections, we must go back to Heroes 3 and the finish line of Restoration of Erathia, as when we help Catherine put her undead father to sleep, we unlock a secret campaign about the aftermath of the wars. Named Seeds of Discontent, it's about contested lands where we can help rebels of the city Welnin, led by Farouk Welnin, to get the Grail and declare independence from both the human kingdom of Erathia and the elvish kingdom of Avli. So, what happened to those rebels later? They were crushed off screen when the main Erathian forces showed up, which honestly was very predictable since one city rebelling against the transcontinental kingdom was doomed to fail from the start. The question is, why did they even do this? The answer comes from the Might and Magic 7 game manual, in which we get Archibald's diary. He was the main antagonist in Heroes of Might and Magic 2, and after time skip in which he was turned to stone as a punishment, he fled to Antagarich after his necromancer and warlock comrades. Why is this important? Because it's the Archibald who manipulated Farouk Welnin into rebellion to specifically increase tensions in contested lands. And boy, he succeeded, since the elves from Avli instantly renewed claims to the region when they saw a crack in the loyalty of the locals. Those exact tensions forced Lord Markham to organize a contest to pawn off his lands in the region. And just so happens that 4 heroes we make in the Might and Magic 7 win this contest and become the Lords of Harmondale, another city in the region that, unlike Welnin, was not destroyed in the latest pacification campaign. As the RPG story goes forward, Erathia and Avli will start a war over this region with our team right in the middle of it. But, depending on our choices, we can end the war if we choose the light path, or prolong it, playing into Archibald's plan if we choose the dark path. Ironically, by ending the war in specific way, aka giving a key artifact of this war, the Griffin's Heart Trumpet to judge Grey instead of Erathia or Avlee, we can make Harmondale diplomatically independent with full support of Erathia and Avlee, something that well-known rebels could only wish for. I almost always go for this option. Why is that important? You see, this choice here has a direct impact on the next Heroes 3 expansion, the Armageddon's Blade. During production, it was planned to canonize the Evil Path ending from Might and Magic 7 and introduce the Forge faction into Heroes 3. I talked about it briefly in the Necropolis and Conflux videos already, so I'm not gonna repeat myself, especially since this ending is officially not canon. Some pseudofans even speculated that because of this decision the whole Might and Magic as a series is also not canon, which is obviously not true. The canon ending just switched to the Good Path version, in which we unlock the Web of Worlds, an interplanetary portal network of shipping and communication to a myriad of different worlds. This becomes relevant in the intro sequence of Heroes of Might and Magic 4, where the whole planet blows up, but people escape en masse through mysterious portals to a new world. It is left to our imagination from where the portals came from, but with the Might and Magic 7 context, we have 4 clear suspects who would know a quick shortcut to other worlds and have a habit of helping people. Moreover, one unused lore nugget from a rejected Heroes 4 character named Ravenwood reveals that an ancient tech was behind the portals, which suggests the Web of the Worlds since it is a sci-fi portal system of the ancients. Though since that bit of the info never made it into the game, take it with a grain of salt. But as absolute truth, we can take the sudden appearance of Roland Ironfist and a switch of the Cregan leader from Xenofex to Lucifer in Armageddon's Blade campaign. What's about that? In the base version of the game, Roland was completely absent and Xenofex was alive and scheming. So, what's happened? Harmondale Lords happened, as during both paths they get a quest to kill Xenofex, who was hiding in Colony Zod at the time. Coincidentally, the same place in which Roland Ironfist was held after being captured by devils. So, with a little help from his evil brother, Archibald Ironfist, our 4 Might and Magic 7 OCs killed the leader of the Kriegans and rescued Roland, thus giving us a new hero and a new enemy in Heroes 3 Armageddon's Blade. Beside these major story connections, Might and Magic has a lot of lore to dig through, so I recommend playing it and reading all text boxes you can get your hands on. Alternatively, you can just ask me about it. That's right, I'm gonna do Might and Magic requests alongside Stellaris ones and make videos from your suggestions. You can ask for lore, game mechanics or even builds for Might and Magic and Heroes of Might and Magic games, as I'm gonna continue this series until I get bored. With this out of the way, time for the typical ending question. What's your opinion about the convoluted story between both games? Write it in the comments, remember to visit channel's Discord, and see you later!